Battlefield 1 is popping off again. It's incredible to see that a game from 2016 is absolutely blowing up across gaming at the moment. This can be directly attributed to the fact that it's been running on Steam at just below $5 and £5 respectively, giving anyone that's never thought about dabbling with Battlefield 1 before a bit of an incentive to go and pick it up. And this has definitely been spurred on by recent media like All Is Quiet on the Western Front coming out, which probably meant that Valve and EA thought they should drop the price to try and capitalise on this as well. I love Battlefield 1 as much as the next guy, but to see it suddenly blow up in the way it has does make me think that there are probably some other issues that we need to discuss first and foremost. To me, I think this really boils down to a systemic issue within FPS gaming at the moment, and I wanted to run this past you all and get your opinions on it as well. Now, on the Battlefield side, we're obviously still running with 2042. It's almost been out a year at this point, and even though there's been steps to improve the game, I know there's a significant majority of the player base that have walked away from it entirely. With that in mind, people who've typically enjoyed the Battlefield style of game may be more likely to go back to a Battlefield 5 or a Battlefield 1, and the impetus behind this sale obviously means that people who haven't been playing Battlefield recently would be more inclined to go and play the game alongside any new players that are joining as well. But if we leave Battlefield as a franchise out of this context, and look at FPS gaming more holistically, I think it really speaks volumes that a game from 2016 has gained that much traction so quickly just off the back of a little sale, when we've had massive releases like MW2 just in the past kind of week and a half alone. Of course, in Modern Warfare 2's case, we don't have things like the Battle Royale element added in yet, which I know a lot of players will be waiting for and will be hopping into straight away, so Battlefield 1 might be a way to tide themselves over playing in slightly larger engagements than the standard arcade 6v6 multiplayer that Call of Duty's known for. Or, as I'm mainly considering at this point, that the standard and the quality of games we've seen in the past year to 2 years isn't really on the same level as that of a 2016 release. People are less inclined to play newer FPS titles and would rather pick up an older game on a bargain and feel like they're getting their money's worth from an engaging, feature-rich experience. My thinking is that this could be a concern going forwards for a lot of major developers, and at least it should be a red flag to those who are going to consistently put out unfinished, buggy games and expect us to pay top dollar for them, when instead we can go back, pick up a game that's maybe 6-7 years old, but polished and well made, which ultimately will keep us engaged for the long haul. I'm really pleased to see that Battlefield 1's having a new lease of life, as it will always be the most atmospheric Battlefield in my opinion, and the team did such a good job of really grounding you in the conflict. What I would hope this will do in the future is send a signal to developers like DICE that this is the way we like our games to be made, and I hope developers more broadly take notice of this and recognise that putting out a polished FPS product is what's ultimately going to gain you a fan base that will stick by you for years to come, as long as you're consistent with the work that you're putting in. Let me know down in the comments below how you feel about Battlefield 1's new popularity, and if you agree with my thoughts on the FPS gaming space at the moment. We're so close to 500 subscribers now, so if you enjoyed this video and want to see more FPS and Battlefield content, please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. I appreciate your time, and I'll catch you all in the next one.